Hey, what up, peeps? It's the Gamers at Large, and this is episode 59. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We forgot to get the questions from the question and answer section last week, so we're going to do those first, and then we're going to jump into some happenings from last week. So first, I got with me Shadow. How you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right, Reeve. Paging Mr. Reeve.
Whoops. Sorry, I had to. It's my mascot, I had to. I'm sorry. I
No
was looking
problem.
at that.
No problem. No problem. Mega, how you doing, man?
Yay, so happy to be here.
Don't
All
sound
right,
like
Ike. Coupon, what's up?
Yo, how you doing? What's up?
All right, Gil, how you doing this evening, man?
Alright, it's this Gilligan Stash here, and according to the gaming community, Nintendo's always has been doomed.
Yeah, since 1889.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yep, pretty much.
Yes.
And Dr. Feelgood, how you doing this evening, man?
it was guys. The K9 a rogue descent. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you do it, so I thought I'd do it for you. No, this is Dr. Feelgood, guys. Back again. Let's get going.
All right. And Shadow, you got those questions, right?
Yes. We
All
can
right,
go ahead
let's hit
and
those record.
we run down the list. So, Tony Konami Karan, his question from last week: what are the chances that Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft will be making a virtual reality system? I highly doubt Nintendo will be making VR after their failed Virtual Boy system. And I've been hearing rumblings saying that Sony is going to go ahead and push forward with their VR, and I forgot what the name of it is called. It's Project Morpheus, right?
Morpheus. Yeah.
And they're going to be pushing forward with that. So, what's everybody's take on that?
Nintendo NX, that's the new virtual console.
You know what? And you should say pun intended on that.
Very freaking intended.
I don't know, man. I don't even know about the whole. It looks like it's going to be something that's going to happen, but I don't know if it's going to be like profitable out the gate.
Yeah, everybody seems to be hopping on top of it on the development side, and a lot of the press is already eating it up and saying, "Yeah, we like it." But as the press realized with the Wii, they are not the end all be all as far as how the industry goes. It just so happened it worked in their favor with the PS4 this gen, but last gen it really pissed them off. So we don't know what's going to happen as far as this VR stuff. So it could go one way, and then as soon as they show up on the shelf, everybody's like, no, we don't want it. So that'll determine, whether or not Nintendo goes that way or not. And I think they kind of see the writing on the wall as it is, whether or not they need to do it. So
I personally believe that, to be honest, this whole VR thing with Sony, not to be negative Nancy, but it's going to end up being the next Betamax. Because we know what one thing Sony likes to do, they like to push something that they hope will become a standard or they think is better than what someone else did, but then they don't really truly invest in it. It's like they make it and just hope someone else does all the work for them. And with that said, I don't think that it's going to happen. It's just something that it's going to build hype, but then after that, Sony's not going to. They won't get behind their own product, so to speak.
Just like the PS Move.
The PS Move, yep, and hell, even Blu-ray in a sense. I'm sorry, but it's a fact.
So there's 3 players at this point, right? So it's Project Morpheus. What's the other one that would
Oculus Rift.
The
Oculus Rift.
And then Valve is doing one too, right?
Didn't
I don't know what the name of it is.
But didn't Facebook purchase Oculus Rift?
Yes.
Yes.
So the question is,
Microsoft.
everybody likes the Oculus Rift. Only Sony fanboys have the Sony fanboys of the press have given positive impressions on Morpheus with the demos that they've shown or whatever. Obviously, there are no games ready, but they seem to be emphatic about it. And I've heard nothing negative about Oculus Rift other than people throwing up and getting motion sickness from it, from the obvious people that don't need to be playing those types of games. The same people that will be throwing up playing 3DS. So I don't know what to think of it at this point. I actually like the Virtual Boy. The only thing I didn't like about it is that it was red and black. Other than that, I thought it was cool. I like playing Red Alarm and Wario World, but there just were no games. So
Maybe Nintendo will fix that. Who knows?
yeah,
Hey, in the words of Mr. T, evolution to revolution.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it
We'll
failed
see.
then, but how do you know that Nintendo has not been working on that thing to perfect it all this
For
time? I mean,
years.
because Nintendo will wait. That's like their only failure. I believe they will wait until they find a use for it because it was ahead of its time. It truly was.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it too, they've been doing it all this time. The Super Scope was really accurate versus the Zapper, and you start thinking about their motion control initiatives and things like that, dating all the way back to them getting Mattel with the Power Glove and things of that nature until now with the Wii Remote and Wii Remote Plus and what have you. So they'll continue to iterate upon technology until they can get new experiences out of it, and this could be it. I don't know, but I'll put it this way: I'm very unsure about that versus anything else that they're doing at this point.
Can I give my two thoughts about that? I think, remember how usually Nintendo would say one thing, but it's happening like nowadays. Like Nintendo would say one thing, but like they were not gonna do this, like the whole mobile gaming thing, but now they're doing it. Like I think I believe they have said something about that they're sort of against making like their own virtual reality headset. Especially after what happened with the Virtual Boy. But like some of you guys said, like especially Shadow Fox, that they probably will come back with a virtual reality headset of their own in the near future. So anything
Yeah,
can happen.
they could be working that. So, bottom line, for what I see, I don't know. There's no
I'll
straight.
just wait and see what happens. That's where
Yeah,
I'm at
Wait,
right now.
but to me,
that's where
it's
I'm at.
like to me, virtual reality is
It's a hit or
at,
miss.
at least as far as a headset. I don't know what people see in that, but I don't really see that being sort of a revolution in gaming. Because to me, that's not really the next step forward. It's like, okay, to me, that's no different than like, let's say, the Google Glass. To me, it's not. It's putting stuff right in front of your eyes where you feel like you're there, you feel like you're connected to it, but then again, it's not. To me, the next step would be kind of what Microsoft hinted at with the whole like room thing or
Augmented
whatever.
reality.
Yes,
Yeah.
but of course, kind of like in the same sense as the movie Gamer.
Mhm.
Now, of course, I know that requires a lot of technology, a lot of pieces, but to me, virtual reality is not the next step in gaming. It just isn't. It's like, to me, it'd be more like a peripheral. Like, do you want to feel like you're in Call of Duty? You want to see the bullets fly by? Here you are. Get this headset, but it's not the next step.
Yeah, but you're talking about literally probably decades from now though, because computing hasn't even taken advantage of that type of AR yet. So
Mm-mm.
until we're able to physically grab and move folders and applications and things like that on a desktop, you're probably not going to see a
Kind of like
dedicated
Iron Man
application.
or the Iron Man
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
Or
we're not gonna see
Minority
that
Report.
anytime soon.
But basically,
Actually,
run Minority Report. So yeah, you're not going to be able to see anything like that probably in a not too distant future until we get enough technology, or somebody decides to say, "Hey, all monitors hereforth will have these little sensors on them," so you're able to do that. I don't see any of the manufacturers making that a priority at this point.
believe it or not, I actually did try it. I believe it was the Oculus Rift by someone who actually owned the thing. I think it might be like the one that you put your phone onto it. And,
Yeah, like the Android little app. This is like a $13 little plastic thing that you put on, and you stick your phone in it, and it basically doubles the resolution on the phone, and you can see in 3D, and it's like the
yeah,
little
I
screen.
tried that. I tried it, and well, it was pretty nice. Like I could turn my head around and view the different directions. But honestly, I don't see myself really like using that for like long periods of time. To be honest, not even like an hour. I'll probably play it for like maybe at least the longest 30 minutes.
If it didn't
And
obstruct normal view, then I would definitely be in on that. But if I can't just see like outside of the window in my house or see somebody walking up next to me while I'm playing, that's a problem. So I don't
yeah,
want to ever be
exactly.
enveloped like that. So that was one of the gripes I had with the Virtual Boy.
Well,
Yeah.
I've seen Sword Art Online. I'm not jumping into that. I know
Okay.
how this ends.
All right. So question number 2. Thank you, Tony. I think you probably have another question after that, but that was a good little discussion question. Um, Lupacillo, I guess is how you say his name. He says, "Do you?" Well, he said the question was for me, but he said, "Do you think the PowerPC format will be phased out anytime soon?" Former IBM employee here. No, because people still have ATMs and people still have slot machines at casinos, and as long as stuff like that is there, as long as routers are there, PowerPC will always be around. Period. End of story. So as far as Nintendo using it, that remains to be seen. But I think they have a pretty long contract with IBM, so probably. But that's the answer to that. Next question is from Dragon Swords 15. Anybody think that the recent delays of The Legend of Zelda Uncharted 4, that the most, if not all, of the consoles launched a bit early?
Can I
And
take this?
that was something we talked about on many Gamers at Large and on many Shadowcasts previous. But go ahead and answer we all want to
Um,
say.
well, to me, I don't know if people like to take a deep look and get the details, but they never said it was delayed. They just simply said that it was not their focus. Releasing this year was not their focus. Doesn't mean they still won't make it this year to release the game. It's just with everything else going on or what they want to implement in the game, it's no longer the focus that they must finish by this year. But they're able to. I'm pretty sure they still release the game. But they never said, hey, this has been delayed to 2016. That was not said. And I'm not saying that it's not delayed, so I'm not naive, but at the same time, it's like, hey, they haven't confirmed it's delayed. They just simply said it's not their focus.
And that's one of the other things too. And there were a couple of podcasts going on mentioning my name, and I don't want to talk about that right now because this isn't a Shadowcast. But people are, taking information and flying with it, headlines, if you will, and those headlines are written poorly. Look at the information that's actually there. So if Nintendo has if they have literally said that they are not focusing on 2015 as the focus for that game, that means that they've gone from, hey, we really got to push the game, I really have to push the game out, to, hey, we found this cool new thing, let's make sure that works first. Which is specifically what they said, and that's why they said what they said, was because they found something that they thought they could bring to the forefront and show to consumers, and they wanted to show how they could bring that about in a great way. So they wanted to focus on that versus making the game a 2015 release if it came down to it. So that doesn't automatically mean that the game is not releasing in 2015 at any point. It could be a December release. It could be, we don't know. It could be a June release for all we know. But the whole point is they didn't say, hey, this game is coming out in 2016 like all the other third party and Sony and Microsoft releases have.
And on
So,
top of that, I
My
mean, they did the same thing with the whole NX. Like Nintendo's going mobile. They never actually said they were actually going mobile and putting Mario on mobile devices.
that
All
was
they
the
said
whole point of them
is
announcing the new hardware, new dedicated hardware. So they
all
wouldn't.
they said, yeah, all they said was, "Hey, we're partnering with DNA, this company that specializes in this and been doing this thing, and this could mean more than a few things, but primarily infrastructure and online connectivity." They never said that, "Oh, we're going to put 3D World on a Samsung Galaxy tablet." They never said that. They never said anything like that.
Everybody
They
just
just
assumes
simply
that.
said it's like when Sony said that, oh, we partner with company A to make the cell processor. Does that mean that Sony is going to make their own computer entertainment computer company like per se? It didn't mean that. It just meant it was a processing chip for a console. So
Hmm.
Nintendo said we're partnering with this. If I say, hey, I'm going out to get something to eat, does that actually mean I'm going to a restaurant or a fast food restaurant?
You
Probably
don't
not.
know.
I could be going to
In,
get groceries from Walmart.
in the late 50s, people thought color TV was going to be a fad. So when Technicolor was announced and they released the financials on how much it would cost and it would be really expensive and only people like Ted Turner could afford to put them in certain movies and certain TV shows and things like that, people jumped to conclusions and used that evidence for their argument to say that color TV was going to be dead. Is color TV dead?
I
not
think
really.
I think I've been watching black and white this whole time. I'm not sure.
Well, my photo's in black and white, so there's no color.
When people have their own argument already staged, they kind of look for whatever they can to support it at that point in time. And we all know that the press is big on a lot of people in the industry are big on saying Nintendo needs to go mobile only, and that's the only way they can make money, despite the facts going flying directly in the face of that. So I mean, they're just clinging to anything they can. They're rearranging statements, rearranging arguments, cherry picking quotes as much as they can to fit their case because they want their case to be Nintendo needs to go mobile. They don't need to really be a platform competitor, if you will. Not that they've ever really been that way. They've already stated how they don't want to be like the other two. But that's their stance, and they're going to stay on it. And of course, they've also developed a following, if you will, with the majority of the gaming community. I guess that's what we would call it now. And it's so funny because the vast majority of their opinions aren't opinions at all. They're actually echoes of these famous people stating their opinions. But that's neither here nor there. The original question was, talking about have all these consoles launched a bit early. I would say in retrospect, even Wii U did. Had they known what was going to happen with third party, I would say yes, they did launch a little bit early. They should have been able to throw the heavy hitters out. They threw out towards the end of 2013 up until now, back in 2012. If they knew that third party was going to do what they did. That being said, even Sony and Microsoft, they had third parties in their pockets and they were not ready. They didn't know Nintendo was going to launch that early. They were still betting on 2013, 2014. So, and they can't give Nintendo 2 years on the market, so they did what they had to do. And that it just is what it is, period. Clearly, we can see that by now.
I mean, personally, I think the Xbox and PS4, I think they launched about 2 years early. The Wii U, I would say about a year early. Um, but I mostly attribute that to the fact that Nintendo didn't take time beforehand during the Wii's last few years to see what it would take to actually produce HD games. They rested on their laurels when they should have actually been, trying to see how much longer that would take and how much more resources it would take to produce games in HD because it was an adjustment for them. So
And
with that, I would say still they probably launched the console about a year early, but they could have launched when they did and been ready had they been, at least practicing that. Probably started back in 2010 or a little bit earlier.
And that still blows my mind because they've been producing art and they've been producing HD content since 2001. So I guess the problem is that they didn't know anything about unified shader architecture or anything like that on the game performance side, if you will. I guess that's more of what they needed to work on, and that's what they kind of attributed to taking them so long. But as far as them having the assets, they've been there for a while. A lot of their stuff has been HD for a very long time. I don't know if any of you guys have been looking at a lot of the stuff that they've had as far as screensavers and internal artwork and stuff like that, but they've had press kits with HD content for a very long time.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nah, it's just I think it's more the in-game content, the API and stuff like that they haven't been used to, and this is their first modern GPU, if you will, that they've used without fixed function stuff. So I guess that's more of the rub. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of that question. The last question is kind of it's a tech question too. This is Tony's last question. Tony Kaname Karan, I guess. I'm just gonna start calling him Tony. He normally leaves questions in a lot of our podcasts. But he says, "Do you guys and lady remember the report on AMD hinting at powering a new video game console using either ARM or x86 processors?" And that's AMD, I guess. Is there a possibility that it has to do with Nintendo making a new, possibly hybrid console? Not sure about that, but the Wii U has an ARM core already, so I don't know what that would be. to be honest with you. And so the DS and 3DS also have a suite of them. So I don't know. I don't know what that will have to do with anything other than AMD making more money again on consoles, which they've been doing for what 2-3 generations now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
that's
this
about right.
generation.
Yeah, that's about right. Because they started what, like 6th gen?
They
Was when they started?
yeah they started technically they started in spirit with N64
Okay.
because that team got bought out by AMD and they kept them in house. So and that's the same team that's been building all the Nintendo hardware for the most part. And part of that team made the Xenos chip for Xbox 360 also, and you could clearly tell because it's built like a GameCube with more memory.
Okay. Cool.
But
Anybody got anything they want to add on that one?
yeah,
Nah.
because I haven't heard anything about that AMD conversation since a long time ago. I haven't heard anything about that at all, and
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know how to
I
relate to a
ain't
high.
no tech guy.
Yeah,
Because the last thing I heard about it was at CES when they first said it. So, and they never said what they were doing with it. So,
yeah, there's no telling. And as far as it being hybrid, Nintendo does what they want, and AMD doesn't even know what Nintendo does because Nintendo would just buy the tech from them, and then they would just get another company to build their tech onto something else, which is what they did with Wii U and Wii. So
yeah.
it's not like they would know anyway. So I don't know. But anyway, that was the last question, so we can go ahead and move forward, if you will, Jay. So
Okay, all right. So, last week we got a big news of the week was a direct on April 1st. I don't know why they did it on April Fool's Day, but hey, whatever. Um,
Nobody else did.
yep, got a point.
and nobody else probably will.
Yeah, but it would have been messed up if they would have had April Fools at the end of that. So,
Honestly, I was thinking they were gonna do it on April 2nd at least.
yeah.
You know,
So, uh, it would have been funny if Sakurai would have showed up and it would have been a big April Fool's thing. That would have been hilarious.
Can you
But
imagine having tens of thousands of gamers waiting to watch a live feed, and the first thing you say is, bringing this news directly to you. Goodbye, and that's it.
yeah,
Trolling, the
yeah,
trolling.
I'd be like,
that would be hilarious.
Nintendo, F you.
But we had a little recap. I know various members of the Gamers at Large had their live reactions, recaps, and whatnot. So don't want to go through the whole thing here. So what I wanted to do was just basically we all give our personal favorite highlight, and at the end of after we give our highlights, just say what we plan on seeing in the future at E3 because E3 is about I say probably about 6-7 weeks away because I think it's at the 1st of June this year.
The
So
press is already packing clothes. Let's put it that way.
basically, so we'll
It's like
probably
around
just give
June
our thoughts at
15th.
the end of that.
Mhm.
It's around June 15th, last time I checked.
June 15th. Okay. All right. So the mid of June. So yeah. So we'll just after we give our personal favorite highlight, we'll just say what we think is gonna be a big hit at E3. Then, Shadow, what was your favorite highlight from the direct?
Personally, I don't have one. I think it was more just the fact that they were willing to share information with people like on the spot and just say, hey, this is what we're working on. This is what's coming forward. Whether you've heard about it already or not, this is the amount of information we have. Hey, here's this game that we showed you almost 3 years ago. We're still working on it. It's still here. Yeah, stay surprised. No, we didn't cancel it like every other platform holder would. It's still here. So yeah, so it's
Shots
still
fired.
and hey, that successful toy project that we announced, it's really successful, so we're bringing more of it. And since it's NFC, we can make it in any form factor we like. So deal with it. Yes, there will still be rares. Deal with it. Yes, there will still be eBay hawks. Deal with it. And we'll still make money off of it. And you like us anyway because we make really good games. In rant. That's about all I really have about that. And they clearly show their focus though, as far as they try to show people they know which games are going to be kind of niche, because they make a point to try to explain a little more in depth to how the gameplay works for those types of games. So I guess they know the majority of the people that are watching those directs are kind of more the hardcore player. So they try to show the niche, or how can I say this, more casual looking type of games in a different light than they would say it just a 30-second commercial. So I give them a little bit of props to doing some type of clever, at least slightly clever preparedness when it comes to doing that kind of stuff, because they at least know who they're talking to and they know how to talk to them. And for people that complain about that kind of stuff, I can only say, what other platform holder is doing this at all? That's really all I got to say about that.
Grenades launched. Reeve, what was your favorite thing? Your favorite thing from the direct?
Take mine, I'll kill you.
Well, that's exactly what I wasn't gonna do, because I know Jed what he's automatically gonna pick. I'm just gonna go straight out there and say Donkey Kong 64.
The classic.
Honestly, like, I've been waiting to play that game for years because I never owned a Nintendo 64, and with all these
Blasphemy.
Yeah, you must buy the expansion pack now for $19.95.
Don't worry, man. You're not the only one who hasn't played the N64 in their childhood. I have a best friend who hasn't played N64. Hence the reason why I decided to give away my N64 to her, so she can experience it.
Well, they need to buy an expansion pack too. Everybody needs to buy an expansion pack. 8 meg.
Dude, I'm still trying to find a GameCube adapter. Shut up.
like, it's just with all the legal issues that they've had with Rare, just to even get the Donkey Kong Country games like back on the Wii Virtual Console. Now we're getting Donkey Kong 64. It just makes me happy. Just hopefully we can get some other Rare I don't know, IPs. I know that won't happen, but like Nintendo games that Rare worked on, maybe on the Virtual Console, like besides DK64, if there are any others.
Well, I would think on paper the only thing that Rare actually had rights to was everything that Rare self-published. So that would be like Blast Corps, Conquer, and only Killer Instinct. I would say only Killer Instinct because Nintendo let the trademark lapse.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Nintendo IPs that Rare worked on, like besides Donkey Kong. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if there were any others besides just Donkey Kong.
King Griffey, Donkey Kong, and I think that's about it.
They did King Griffey?
Yeah, they did King Griffey.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, and that was it. That's the only thing that Nintendo outright licensed that they had. So. Everything else, Rare kind of self-published. Nintendo would pay for the development, but they didn't pay for the publishing. Rare published it.
Oh, the more you know. All right, Mega, what about you, man?
Oh, if it isn't obvious already, it's Shin Megami Cross freaking Fire Emblem. Like, god dang, it's so freaking good.
It should still be vaporware.
I've been watching it ever since they showed it. You don't understand. This is. I've been waiting for a game like this to come to this freaking console for years.
You got 5 minutes.
Guess what, man? Guess what? It won't have Mark. It's going to have Ike instead.
It's dot hack.
Like for your friends.
Like Fire Emblem and dot hack.
Dot hack is nowhere near in this. But it's like no offense to dot hack, I freaking love that shit. But it's freaking
playing Fire Emblem inside of Animal Crossing.
I will destroy you.
Damn.
All right, but honestly, I freaking just can't wait for this freaking thing. They finally announced it, of course. Of course, I see a lot of Persona vibe in there. They said they're gonna show more of the Fire Emblem side later on. They're just showing it. They're just basically showing us because we thought it was all dead. But it's here. It's alive, and it's supposed to come out this year for Japan in winter. So we're probably going to get that as a 2016 game, which, you know what, whatever. I have enough to play in this year.
Probably.
But it's like, I'm glad that this type of game is coming to the Wii U because, you know, the only kind of Persona game that has ever been on, actually, no, we had Shin Megami Tensei 4 too, but the only kind of Persona style game on here is based on the 3DS, which is Persona Q. So I'm glad that this one's coming here, and we're getting like this full-fledged one. So yeah.
So it's basically the first, or going to be the first, like, current generation console Persona game in a sense.
If you no, because Persona
No.
5's supposed to come out too this year.
Oh, I
So
forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah. But
So
see, that's cross-platform.
it doesn't matter. It's still coming out.
Yeah, but this is
But-
exclusive to the current gen.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Moving on.
Yeah, but Megan,
game
I
is
gotta
that?
give you that. I did like that trailer. That trailer was beautiful. So
I
did-
can't. I
did
made
like
an
that.
MP3 of the song. I have it
boy.
there.
They already
I
got it?
freaking. I have it on my phone every time I go and walk.
Hey, don't say such things on air, man. God,
Well, I don't
what's wrong with you?
freaking care. God dang, I'm freaking excited for this
Because
game.
unless there's a soundtrack, you really should
Nintendo is
be in it.
coming with their special forces people to get you.
And you know what?
Wait,
Come at me. Come at me, Reggie. I'm right here. I dare you.
One thing
Come on.
not simply make compressed audio recordings of Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem. That doesn't happen. You have to have a lossless audio recording of said soundtrack, if you will.
Okay, I think it's a good time for me to go on and say this right now. The thoughts and feelings of Mega Gamer Man are not the thoughts and feelings of gamers at large.
all
It
your
is the thoughts and feelings of gamers
And
at large.
and his crimes are not representative. We are not affiliates, nor are we in the loop.
friends.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
Direct your lawsuits to him.
Yeah, I say, hey Nintendo, send that subpoena to.
Yeah.
I'm not selling it for money, Nintendo. So don't jizz your pants.
Personal
Okay.
use only.
Without the express written consent of the National Football League, you cannot.
And screw football.
All right, Coupon. What about you?
Well, let's see. We got Mario Kart. We got what? Freaking Yoshi. We got Splatoon. Those are my highlights.
Yeah, Mario Kart was boss.
I'm happy about the fact that they're speeding up Mario Kart because I've seen some videos of these guys doing some crazy tricks and I'm like, yes. Even though I suck at it, it's gonna be even more fun because I suck at Mario Kart and me playing it at 200cc is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be falling off the stage all the time, but who cares? I like the fact that they're adding more Amiibo support. I guess it's cool, people screaming DLC, whatever. If you want it, go get your Amiibos and enjoy it and have fun with it. I like the fact that they're, doing that, and I love the, Yoshi, 2 different formats for Yoshi. You got your mellow mode for the, I don't want to go there, but you got your mellow mode for those punks out there who can't hang, who can't handle it.
Shots fired.
Right.
Maybe they're inebriated.
Whatever. And then you got your, the original mode for people who like a challenge. And I like the fact that they're doing that. I wish there were more games that were separated like that, so that way you don't have to dumb down the game for casuals. They can have their little casual mode, and you can have your, hardcore mode or whatever. So I like that, and the Yarn Yoshi Amiibo is awesome. So we're gonna move on from that. And Splatoon, yeah, I'm just getting more and more excited for it. Like, I know the whole little stupid controversy behind it. Who cares? The game looks good. It looks fun. It's reminiscent of, Jet Set Radio and all kinds of other things. And we're missing out on a lot of those old school games that have that vibe. So I'm glad that there's a new game out that's taking on that. And, Splatoon Amiibos. Yay, if I can get them.
Yeah.
I got mine pre-ordered. That's
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. No, stop.
Hey guys, since we all are in gamers at large and we tend to do Google Hangouts anyway, I don't think we'll have any problem with voice chat in Splatoon. Do you think?
No,
I doubt it.
I was never gonna have a problem with that.
I was never gonna have a problem with that because Nintendo is showing me something I haven't seen any other shooter out there, a real-time tracking map on the gamepad controller, 24/7, and I'm thinking to myself, with that, I don't really need to shout out that hey, I'm over here by wall C with the blue splash on it.
Because you can see it.
Because they can see where I just had my ass shot.
Yeah.
So.
And my thing is, why call out your positions? It's not really that important because the game is not about kills; it's about taking over
The
territory.
territory.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
actually
like
strategy.
if you see my blue ink was on one side of the field of control, and all of a sudden you don't see any more progress, that means I died.
Let's put it this way:
Pretty
That means
much.
I died.
the entire game is about King of the Hill, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I
forgive
can
me
I
if I
add
don't
something?
if I don't care about
Um,
someone that
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
And he
He
fell
went
out.
Just
ahead.
drop.
He went
Yep,
ahead.
yeah.
he dropped.
I guess he did. Okay.
But yes.
Oh, he's
He's
back.
back.
Oh, he's
Well,
back.
he's back.
Respawn.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
See, that's that.
One Easter at that.
See,
it's
that's that Splatoon
it's
respawn.
a lag. Sorry, my online.
You're
Oh,
good.
Uh, uh,
See, if you watch the Shadowcast video and send up your
it's
wireless network, you'll be able to. No, I haven't done that yet. I'm sorry.
I'm
know what?
actually gonna need to watch that. I need you to hurry up on that.
Now
I
I
need
see why we have
pause.
a shameless promotion selection on Gamers at Large.
Yep, that's why. Gil.
Go ahead.
Gil, what's up, man? What was your
So, yeah.
favorite?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. First off is obviously Smash related stuff with the Mewtwo trailer and then the Lucas trailer and then the mini costumes and then finally in Smash related is the Smash Brothers Ballad, which is like so huge now. It's like you even got friggin' Phil Spencer coming out and says, "Yay, yeah, we could definitely have like Banjo Kazooie in Smash 4."
No.
You know, because we used to work. But you even got like actual indie developers like the Oddworld staff wanting their fans to vote for Abe to be in Smash. They Way Forward want their fans to vote for Shantae to be in Smash. They even with like the costume set up for colored costumes and stuff for Shantae and all that stuff. And yeah, of course the other highlights is of course the Fire Emblem. I'm so glad that it's not Last Guardian Vaporware. Yeah, I had to obviously say
Ah,
that. So there are you know it's not what people a lot of people have expected it to be, but like it the way it looks. I like it how both Atlas and Nintendo are taking a completely different approach to the game. Some of the minor great highlights is that Attack on Titan's coming to the 3DS, and Fatal Frame 5 is finally coming to the West. You know, it's it's amazing. And then let's see. For me, I'm kind of excited for the Street Pass games because I actually pass games. And finally, it's the Mario Kart stuff, where the new Animal Crossing pack, the 200cc, that stuff is amazing. So, is there anything I'm missing from that direct?
You covered quite
That's
a bit,
pretty.
actually.
You
you
covered quite a bit
covered
of it,
most of it.
actually.
Damn.
Yeah. So oh yeah, actually, one last thing is I'm pretty much. I know the whole Amiibo thing is crazy now, but I'm still looking forward to get more Amiibos, especially the Yarn Yoshi Amiibos and the Splatoon Amiibos, because they have their own functionality that I'm very, very interested in. You know, it's kind of funny. It only takes up to Nintendo to finally get me into these whole interactive electronic figurine things that interacts with the game. A la Skylanders and Disney Infinity. But then again, the whole Amiibo thing is actually quite different per se from the whole Skylanders and Disney Infinity. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's true. It is a little bit different, so it'll be interesting to see how far they go with it. Hopefully, we'll get like a whole Amiibo game. Who knows?
I'll tell you
All right,
this: I
Ken.
think that
Huh?
Nothing. Hold on a second. You had something to
I was
finish up
about
with,
to,
Gil?
yeah, I was about to say that the one last thing that I think that the whole Amiibo craze might as well move on into the next generation. if this
It
keeps
probably
up.
is.
It better.
And I ain't keeping these for nothing.
I think they're gonna improve on Amiibos for the next generation, and it'd probably actually implement a freaking game for those things already. Jesus.
Yeah.
Evolution to
It has to be
Revolution.
coming.
I don't think we'll see a game for the actual Amiibos, a standalone game until next generation. So when that happens, yay, finally, because that's what I would like to see.
And it'll probably be another Nintendo Land or
That's fine, whatever. As long as it works and they utilize it correctly, and we can piss off more people who are crying about toys because why?
yeah, another Wii Fit or something. I don't know. It'll be something.
I think the closest
Maybe
thing to that is Codename Steam and Mario Party 10. So
True.
True.
And,
Kinda.
and speaking of which, a lot of people with a huge voice in the YouTube community have been actively shitting. I don't mean to curse on gamers at large. I know we don't
Yes, you
try
do.
not to
A
do that,
lot.
but yeah, but they have been like shitting on Mario Party 10, and I just spent about 2.5 hours with my 7-year-old last night, and it's actually pretty fun.
thank you. Oh yes.
I don't. I'm a 35-year-old black male with a lot of, how can I say this, hostile activity under my belt. So I wouldn't consider myself to be of the type that would be the main target audience for that game. And somehow I had a lot of fun with that. And I haven't played Mario Party since Mario Party 2.
But it doesn't have online.
Man,
And it's actually colorful. How dare
I
you
threw
play a game
that.
that's colorful?
I threw that Amiibo on there. Bowser throwing bad jokes out, like he trolling you the whole time. Oh my god.
Let me tell you this. I think in my opinion so far, the best thing about Mario Party 10 is definitely the Amiibo Party. Yeah, shocking.
Oh
Amiibo Party
no,
is actually really
that
fun.
can't be, man. That's a paywall. That's not fair for those that don't care for Amiibo, but we scalp them on eBay.
Is it fair to say that everybody that
I'm
has it
sorry. I'm sorry if I came off as a troll, everyone, but I did mean to do it. So
I hate to be all inclusive or use anecdotal evidence, but I'm fairly sure at this point it's probably a safe bet that everybody that owns a Wii U out of 9 million people, they own at least one Amiibo at this point.
At least.
Exactly.
Lies and deceit.
well, they did say that like as of like what last year they sold like almost 6 million.
Yeah, they sold 2 million in
They're
November.
already past Skylanders. They're catching up to Disney Infinity already.
Yeah.
Uh,
Awesome.
Yeah, that's how fast it's been a thing.
and think it's not even completely implemented yet.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. All right. So Ken, what about you, man? What was your favorite highlight from the direct?
To be honest, I
Something
have
to
two.
choose from.
We don't care. Move on. No.
I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, it's two things. Well, three. I will say I am excited. Don't laugh at me, but this is for not just me, but for my wife. I'm actually excited for the um, damn it, the Street Pass games and the Pokemon, and the Pokemon Rumble World. I am excited about that because seeing little critter swing around, that me swinging around a Wii controller to damage zombies, I thought that was pretty cool. Instead of it being some kind of
Yeah,
militaristic gun,
exactly.
he took out a huge ass Wii remote and swung it around on a 360 and knocked out like 12 of them.
That
That
should be
was
a
funny. I
weapon.
gotta give you that one.
That was funny to me.
That needs to be an in-game weapon is Xenoblade.
I mean, to me, it looked like the 3DS's version of Dead Island, but just no blood. I mean,
Pretty much a kiddie version of Dead Island.
but I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Rumble World to me is them beta testing, possibly bringing an open world Pokemon game to the Wii U at some point. I do believe that. Looking at it, it's like I know what you people are doing. You've never had Pokemon on a console. This seems like the first place you start. So I have aspirations about that. Not hyped about like that. I'm not saying that's what it's gonna be. That's where I think they're gonna take it. I could be wrong, and I accept that. So don't get it twisted. This is not factual. Um, Of course, I'm excited for Smash. I'm not the best player out there, but I love trolling people on Smash. I mean, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I play with Pac-Man and a few others. People don't like me, but and yes, I play with Little Mac, and I'll whoop some ass with him. I'm still excited.
Yes. Love
I'm,
Little Mac.
Where
I'm
Fat
excited
Gamer at?
about that. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Zen. I've dominated you a few times. Admit it.
I'm with it. I'll take an L like a man. Where Fat Gamer at? Where's in at? I'll get on both of them. At the end of the day, I'll take it out on them and Killer Instinct.
And in fact, in my outro, that Smash Brothers footage you see was me beating up Zen's Ganondorf. He caught that KO punch when he rolled right into it. I just waited for it, just so y'all know. But anyway, the last part of it, that I'm extremely excited about is the same. I'm pretty sure for most of y'all, it's Splatoon. They didn't have to show me anything, but showing me that video and those modes, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to go ahead and request a few days off work when that drops.
May
And
29th?
I'm not talking about like, oh, just that one day when it comes out. I mean like probably that Friday, that Saturday, Sunday, and that following Monday. I'm going to be off work with pay. Just saying, like that game, even without the voice chat, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be racking up gigs of internet talk time on Hangouts with you guys.
That will be understandable because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have us some nice little battles going on when that drops.
It's going to forget gamers at large.
Yeah,
Inklings in charge.
pretty much.
Now, I don't know if I could say the same thing because they would probably hear me say that, so I can't. I can't make the same announcement that you did about professions and whatnot. But there will be leave taken. Let's put it that way.
Well, at least you're being honest about it.
Look, right now, the only thing I see is some random person with a voice whose picture says Shadow Fox.
Hey,
Unless they know who you are, I can't really see them knowing that this is you.
I wonder. Oh man.
That's how you get somebody caught in trouble, people. Me personally, y'all pretty much laid out everything, but there is one game that I know a good buddy of ours, Andre, is gonna love trolling people with, and that's that Mario Creator.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mario Maker. Oh yeah.
That looks like a lot of fun,
So
though.
he's
Mario
gonna
Maker.
be. I'm pretty sure he's already got ideas for levels already.
He's talked that up for months.
Yeah.
And I think right now he's practicing with some game right now. What is it?
Little Big Planet.
He's practicing on Smash Brothers.
I used to do it with emulators. With the like, you could take the resource, you could take the resource forks and move them around or whatever, and you can basically create your own Mario Must Die levels. And yeah, I think I'll probably be pretty even in that too. But I don't want to do that though. I want to make fun levels.
No, but see, I'm gonna make the worst trollest level ever. I'm gonna put it to where Mario starts, a Goomba's right in front of him, so you die as soon as it says, "Doo-doo-doo." That's
evil.
And you know what? I dare you to pass.
Or you can do it like this. The Goomba is actually a the Goomba is there, but his status is a power up. So if you touch him, you actually gain the mushroom power up. But if you step on him, it just goes away. But if you hit the first square block and the mushroom shows up, it's actually a poison mushroom, but you don't know that yet.
Yo.
You just
I can go there.
Your damn levels.
I can go there. That's why I won't do that. I'll just make fun ones.
My
Actually,
levels will just clear everything.
Can I add something? Like, I know like a certain someone has said, or the Wii is kind of dry on games, but you know what? I think I'll say is that I cannot wait for this month and May in general, because this month and May we're gonna be packed with like some new stuff, you know, like the Smash Brothers stuff, the Mario Kart stuff. We get the virtual console, which is another thing I was excited about. You know, we're gonna get Donkey Kong, you know, came out too, you know, and We're just getting a lot of great stuff on our table when it comes to the Wii U and also the 3DS. So and also with Splatoon, it's crazy. So
Dude, I'm still working on some of the games that came out last year.
Yeah, the backlog is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
me
No, no,
too.
no, no, I'm not
And it
even
don't
talking
make
about
it
the
any
backlog.
better when you buy more games on top of it. Now my backlog is
No,
even worse, and I
no,
got
this
new games.
this ain't even about the backlog. Like, I mean, do you guys know how difficult some of these games are? Donkey Kong
Hmm.
Country Tropical Freeze.
Skip it. I
The extra
skipped that
levels in
one.
yeah.
the extra levels in Mario 3D World. I'm not playing.
I'm trying to finish Mario 3D World. Well, I
Yeah, see,
finished it, but I'm trying to 100 it.
but see, that's what I'm talking about. That key word in that sentence, trying. See,
Yeah, trying.
a lot of games today, you ain't even gotta try. They'll give you the ending. They give you achievements just for saving the game and installing it. Oops. Sorry.
Achievement unlocked. You just installed your game. What?
We're gonna
Look,
say this for another podcast.
one thing I'm gonna say about that is the Deadpool game did make fun of that, and I thought it was hilarious when Deadpool did it. So
Well, he's supposed to.
yeah, that part was hilarious. If you
I'm
played
gonna
that
need
game,
another Deadpool game.
if you played Deadpool, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But
Didn't that game get flack for that though? Like people,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because they pretty much went off on third parties in general.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say Wade was breaking the fourth wall a lot. Uh,
Good.
Okay, looks like we got a lot of questions from people, so we're gonna go right on into that. First one up is from, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Gorana. First question he asked is, what was the best JRPG you ever played? Best. Micah.
Oh, you're going to me first.
You're up.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We already know your
Uh,
answer. Go ahead.
I would have to say with, let me see. Of course, there's Xenogears, but that's too easy. Chrono Trigger, that's too easy too.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I would have to go with.
Oh, dude, I know, man.
I know mine. It's always been my favorite.
I mean, JRPGs, RPGs. I mean,
Dude,
Yeah,
just
they
go ahead and
should
say
be.
Halo. Just go ahead and say Halo Wars.
what?
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah, there's too much to choose from, man.
All
I
right,
have a
keep
huge
on.
list.
Well, it's the main one I only remember, and I still love today was Lunar the Silver Star. So yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go way back when, and maybe the Secret of Mana. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Those are
I
actually two
remember
good ones.
those are the main two that I played over and over and over again.
You have good taste.
I was told I didn't.
Well,
No,
RPG wise, those are two
games.
good ones.
Oh, okay, good.
uh,
They were good to me.
Ken, you got a favorite one?
Um, JRPG. I have to say Xenosaga Episode 1, man.
Cosmos. Love that. Love her.
Okay, I remember. All right, I'll pick
Yeah,
first.
and that was also another fight I recommended for Smash, Cosmos, because I mean that game was published by Namco and developed by Monolith Soft, so she
Technically,
kind of
yeah.
fit, and she fit in the same way that people think Bayonetta would fit. So
No. No. Access denied.
But I would say I have to go with Star Ocean.
Star Ocean.
Ooh, I like
yes,
The
till
first one or the
the
second one?
City in Time was actually nice, and so was the Last Hope.
What about the
Okay.
second one?
City in the
Second one?
Time.
Star Ocean 2, whatever it was. I don't know. That wasn't until the end of time. That
Star
was
Ocean. I think it was the
the
last.
second story. The second story was the
Oh.
first one. The second one. Star Ocean, the second story. Was on
I didn't play the
PS1.
second one. I know I played the third one, to the end of time, and that story, man, was actually kind of awesome. But made me think about maybe think about life like the Matrix in a sense.
Oh,
I mean that like the story was like we were just programs for entertainment.
Yeah, and that's kind of how second story ends too. So yeah,
Mm.
Star Ocean in general is kind of out there.
It's a good one.
Crazy series.
Yeah.
Shadow, you got one?
I'm gonna cheat.
Ooh.
So I'll just be straightforward. Final Fantasy V and Seiken Densetsu 3, also known as Secret of Mana 2. Yes, I did play it on an emulator because I do not have a Super Famicom, but if anybody's played it, it is awesome. It is very good.
Okay.
I must have missed that because I did not know there was a.
I didn't either. Reeve, you got a favorite RPG? JRPG?
Xenoblade. Just Xenoblade, no questions. Anyone else have any other opinion? Door. Now. Hey, I'm just saying, like,
That's
can-
awesome. There's nothing
Batman
wrong with that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, but keep in mind that Xenosaga, Xenogears, Xenoblade, nothing comes close. Like anything with Xeno in it, that's just the end of the story.
I can't argue with anybody picking anything from the Xeno.
Yeah, because Xeno series is a good series, so yeah, I can see that. Gil, you got a
But they're
favorite?
also the most ambitious. Yeah.
I'm not much of an RPG guy. However, I mean, the only RPGs I play mostly is Pokemon and the Mario RPGs. But if I would have had to pick an actual JRPG, it would have to be Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay, not
All
bad.
right, you redeemed yourself from that first comment.
Yeah, that's not bad. Me personally, it is out of Tales of Symphonia and Grandia 2. I can't ever pick between the two of them.
Tales of Symphonia was
Hold
good,
on.
and Grandia 2 was awesome.
Hey, I'm surprised, Jay, that you didn't pick Grandia 3.
Right?
Don't ever mention that game to me.
Hey,
Don't ever mention that game to
as
me.
What about Grandia 3
as far
Extreme? They actually
as
fixed
far
it.
as the battle system, it was epic.
Oh yeah, the
The
battle
story
system changed.
sucked, but the battle system
Yeah.
to me is second to none.
Yeah,
But
the
they
battle
fi- but
system beautiful.
They fixed it in Grandia Extreme, apparently. So, yeah,
Mm.
apparently.
I hate Grandia 3. All right, so
Grandia
let's see, next question. Also from Garana. Hope I'm not butchering your name, man. What's the odds Platinum Games is helping make Star Fox like the European leak suggested?
That's actually already confirmed.
It is?
Yeah, like that website, it was posted on April 1st, and it's still up. Like, it's official from Nintendo and everything.
Oh, well, there's your answer.
Actually, I heard it was fake.
Fake. It's fake.
No, it's real.
It doesn't even it's like when you go to it, it doesn't have Nintendo in there whatsoever. It's just like some off the cuff website address. Like that it looks fake.
No, it has Nintendo on it. I'm looking at it right now.
I saw it, it just doesn't it's fake. Like for me it's fake. Until they actually announce it, I'm gonna say it's fake. That's just me.
I'm gonna say just give it and wait 2 more months and we'll
Yeah.
know.
We'll know for sure soon enough. If it is real, cool. I've seen it. It just doesn't have Nintendo involved in it. I saw the little things at the top. It just, I don't know. It just looks
At the
so
bottom.
fake. Or top, bottom, top. Doesn't matter. It looks fake to me.
Whatever you say, but if I'm proven right,
I
E3.
mean, I hope they do. Are doing it. I hope they are. I really do.
I mean, we all know your boy Kamiya was stumping hard for it last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was stumping
He
hard
wanted
for
it.
it. He wanted it. So, I mean, hopefully, well, we'll find it. We'll find out at E3. I'm pretty sure that we'll find out at E3. Okay, next question up from Anderson Archilla. What do you think they'll do for Mario's 30th anniversary besides Mario Maker? Something akin to the Year of Luigi, but more grandiose?
Do nothing. Honestly, you don't give Samus her freaking, what was it, 25th anniversary or something like that? You don't
25th.
give, her 25th, and yet, I understand Zelda, right? Yeah, you gave it a symphony concert, and it's about to happen again with the 30th anniversary is about to come up. So why not? Because if it is delayed, whatever, there you go. You have your Zelda game for the 30th anniversary. But Mario, listen, he
Don't hate, man.
had too
Don't
much.
hate.
All right, he has
Don't
too
hate
much.
the plumber.
I understand he's Nintendo's main guy, but
No,
if you
he's
don't give
gaming's main guy.
If you don't give F-Zero, if you don't give Star Fox, If you don't give Metroid their love, why should you give it to them? Why should you give it to him, especially? The
Well,
prick.
I
So,
tell you why.
screw it.
Because he is the world's first popular IP.
I take it you don't like plumbers, man.
Dude, the only year I would ever take is if it was Luigi. That's about it. Mario just no. I think
You don't like older brothers, do you?
You know what? I can see them doing like a concert because the 3D World music was off the chain.
something like that. It's just, I mean, for Mario's thing, I mean, they really haven't done anything yet. To be honest, they really haven't done anything. So
Well, the only thing they said was the Mario Maker. That's it.
yeah, that's about it. So I'm kind of glad about that because, trust me, he can get another 5 years, man. You can celebrate another 5 years. So this guy's gonna get so much. He's a glory hog anyway. So just let him take whatever he
Oh
can
my
get.
gosh, what is wrong with you?
And-
So basically, you think what Robot Chicken said about him last year at E3 was actually true?
Yeah, it is true. So yeah, especially since Nintendo did it, so apparently it is true. So just let every other IP shine. If the Metroid game does come and get announced, let her have that shine. Let everybody else just let Mario, like Miyamoto said, save that game for the next one. Yeah, I'm done. Freaking Mario's going around. If it's Luigi, I'll accept it.
Skip Mario. I'm tired of seeing him everywhere. Can he take a break and let Luigi be in the forefront?
You know what?
Actually, we need a year of Bowser. I want to see a year of Bowser. That's what I want to see.
For a year of Bowser, I don't freaking care.
Yeah, but I can agree with you too on that because I mean I do love Mario, but at the exact same time I can't lie.
Everywhere.
Luigi's Mansion has pretty much won me over.
I want to see another one of those.
And I'm hoping, and I know this is kind of far fetched, but whatever company is working on whatever top AAA company is working on a Nintendo IP or a port, I hope they're actually porting that game to the Wii U. To be honest, I know it's far fetched, but I really do hope they're porting Ghost Mansion
HD version.
Yeah, Ghost Mansion was a lot of fun. So
Need to HD it.
I mean, that game. I'm sorry, but few games to
Ghost
me
Mansion.
are better than Ghost Mansion.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yes.
Let's see. Anderson Arshil also has another question here. Just because Mario Kart 8 is getting a 200cc mode doesn't necessarily mean F-Zero is dead and buried, right? Can't F-Zero always go beyond 2000cc and beyond? Whoa, 2000?
You know what? If they're able to do that, actually I think they are. So just let them do it. Honestly, 2000cc, that would be great. Because what they did here was just adding another speed. Honestly, it's not really to prove anything with F-Zero or anything. It's just to be like, hey, here's what here. It's been a year later, basically. We're almost there to that year.
Yeah,
And here's a way that the game's gonna be even somewhat more playable. Here you go, and it's gonna launch
Aren't they changing up the shortcuts too?
Not really. No.
Didn't they say they were adding like some more shortcuts to some of the
No. What happens is with that speed, if you saw in a video, like I forget the one with that, I think it's like the Piranha Plant level, where he actually flew. You going so fast, he flew above like the castle overhead.
Oh.
He basically makes you
Just like
create
in Mario Kart 7.
Like you're going so fast, you're basically creating new paths from the old ones because now you're flying further on a jump. Now you're jumping further on a hop or whatever. So you're basically creating new paths for yourself. Because he actually went over and above the little castle overhead when you go to the little wind tunnel. I was like, dude, like you can barely even get to the ground right now at 150 cc. He went over the arc.
Yeah, that is right. So yeah.
And just like on Dolphin shows, when you hit that last jump, he actually glided all the way to the finish line. I mean, can you imagine how many there's so many headaches I had right there, man. That's why I hate Dolphin shows. But
Dolphin shows, boy.
I hate that freaking place.
The
Now.
headache
I used to love it because of the music it saved.
Call it dog shit shows.
Oh
Tell
man.
me how you really feel about it.
I know, dude.
Hey, I love the game, but I can honestly say that last turn has caused me to lose a few cups with a perfect.
I just hate when people throw that stupid red shell and you fall in the water.
I think with 200cc Dolphin shows that on that last turn will be great because the fact you can actually glide over the last turn.
Exactly.
So
Which is why I can't wait for it. But I have a feeling that some levels are going to become hell houses.
Yep.
You know
like
those levels that
Grumble
have too many.
Volcano.
Yep.
No,
The volcano. The when you going through the mansion. Yeah.
yeah,
Push
Bowser's.
those
Mansion.
levels. I'm sorry. If you get a mushroom, you better just let it go to waste. Cause I'm
You've
telling you,
already walked
I'm
fast.
gonna hope someone shoots that shit out of my box before I use it. Like, please, I'm gonna stop. Like, light me up so I can get something else. Like, I don't want more speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Okay, this one's from KD Flow. He asks, "Why gamers don't?" Whoa, what happened to my? Hold on a second.
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Yeah, hold on a second, because the question just left. Okay, that's weird. All right,
Oh,
maybe
it's
it's
gonna.
changing.
Yeah, sometimes they take it out themselves. I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's from Shadow Hero 43. He asks, "Do you think Devil's Third will release alongside the next COD to remedy its absence?"
The
You
next,
know,
oh,
I
well, I think I was hoping they would announce it this fast direct, but I think they're gonna save it for E3, which is okay. I think it would not release alongside COD because even though on the Wii U, it won't have competition as far as like a serious rated immature shooter. At the exact same time, Nintendo, they're careful with their releases. They don't want any competition when they release a game. Just
They're
like
gonna cannibalize it. I mean, COD is too big at this point, even with the
I mean,
people complaining about it.
and I can't see, although Devil Surge is my most anticipated game for the Wii U, period, besides Splatoon. But even I must admit, I can't really see too many COD and Battlefield people saying, "Man, I'm gonna pick up Wii U for that game." I can't
No,
see that.
I
I
can't see
just
it.
can't. But I can
they're
see most
not.
Wii U people saying, "I'm gonna pick up that game because there is no other shooter besides Black Ops 2."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I say if it doesn't release a couple months before COD, it's gonna be probably the month after. But yeah, not
Uh,
it will not release in November. I'm telling
I
you.
think that game is going to be niche at best. It's not going to come out with a big following behind it. It's going to take time if it's good. And yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't see Call of Duty folks, running out
Yeah.
to buy a Wii U for that like at all. It's not going to sell any systems.
You know, because I mean, it looked great, but we haven't seen anything since E3 of last year. But I will say this: I don't think they would do it simply because of if they do it in November, would be kind of like suicide. That's not a game you can risk putting out like that. That's not like a Legend of Zelda or a
A lot of heavy hitters come out in November.
yeah.
Especially Halo 5.
Yeah, and Halo 5's hitting in October. Well, Halo 5's hitting in October. So, because they got a release date October 27th for that one, but that one's probably gonna be the one that actually goes up against Call of Duty, because Call of Duty usually releases around Veterans Day, which is like November 11th.
Yeah, it's always
So
the second Tuesday in the month.
yeah, so it's gonna be one of them situations where I don't think they'll release it. It wouldn't be smart to release it then because all you're gonna do is cannibalize yourself.
honestly, this should be a summer game, if anything.
I think you should release it in either August or September. To be honest,
Yeah, true.
I know
Yeah.
Mario Maker is
Because
September, but to
October,
me, it should be August or September.
because October, I can tell that's gonna be Fatal Frame. October is definitely Fatal Frame.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Yeah. So November is probably gonna be a Star Fox. December, oh my God.
I don't think it.
Hopefully it's not no, not that one. Xenoblade. But
I say
yeah,
Xenoblade is going to end up being like July. I think as a translation, it
Because
will
it
be
comes
July.
out. Yeah, because it comes out this month in Japan, right? Yeah, April
Yeah,
or something in
and I,
Japan.
and I I would say give them 3 months for translation. It'll be out here in July, and
Yeah,
it won't have any competition.
yeah, because
yeah.
they already working on localization when they were doing the Japanese direct. So yeah, uh, the localization shouldn't take too long. So they
I
have
don't know. I won't know about that though because they're localizing everything else too, like Splatoon and all that other kind of stuff. I guess
yeah.
it depends on what their workload is, and they've hired a lot of people lately. So
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would say it will probably be this summer, just because I did hear about the hiring thing, and Splatoon should be close to being done.
remember back in the day when it was literally just Leslie Swan and Bill Trennan?
Yeah, I know they happy. Woo, I know they happy.
And Leslie Swan was doing that and writing the manuals. So
Woo. Okay, let's see. Next question, also from Shadow Hero 43. Should Nintendo keep doing those Game Plus Amiibo like Mario Party 10? Will that give scalpers second thought, since in order to get the Amiibo related game, you need to get the game first? I don't think scalpers are going to care.
Yeah.
They don't care either way. They'll get the
Well,
game and the.
no, they don't. But you know what though? I can say this. I also blame those gamers out there that do make the dumb decision to buy these things at 50, 60, and 70 bucks. At the end of the day, I'm a huge Nintendo fan and I own tons of Amiibo, but I can tell you this, I'm not paying these outrageous prices for a damn toy.
I don't think I own any rares. I have Zelda, I have Link, I have Samus with one cannon. I have Fox, Luigi. Who is that?
Fox is declared rare right now.
Yeah,
And
Fox
Sonic.
is rare now. So is Samus.
And Bowser. That's it. And the Mario Party Mario. So I don't have any of the rares. I don't think at this point. And then I'm not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna spend $300 for one off eBay. And to be fair, if you wanted to, you could just import it from Japan if you wanted to anyway, because they're all the same. The only thing different would be the packaging.
Yeah,
So you have the clout to say I bought it in the U.S. The first day it came out. Like, who cares if it still works?
And on top of that, like, honestly, all your at the end of the day, after shipping, you may come close to paying about double the price.
Yeah.
That's it. So you can still save yourself 20, 30, 40 bucks versus a scalper. Just buy the game overseas, whether it be from Japan or even the UK. I purchased one for like 30 bucks, and that included the shipping. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the scalpers are going to do what they're going to do regardless. Because I remember hearing a guy say, well, if they ever tell me I'm only restricted to buy one, he's going to make his son buy one, his daughter buy one, and his wife buy one. I'm like, really, dude?
Speaking of deception, we kind of had a conversation on the sidelines here regarding the whole StarFoxHorizons.com. Anybody with a slight bit of background in information system security, you could see how the website is laid out, and you can see a lot of fundamental issues with the page. And I kind of tore it apart real quick here in the chat the whole time we were doing this, but clearly that is not a legitimate Star Fox page. I can point out multiple things that are wrong with it. One of them being the license that they use for the CSS on their page. But there are multiple other things that are wrong with it too. Like, none of the links go back to actual headers that are on the CSS or Nintendo.com. That's another thing. And there's other things too. Like, Nintendo pays for certain software to use on all of their pages on the front end and the back end for their Edge network, and none of that is there either. So, as somebody that has in their hobby looked at a lot of how their stuff is laid out with regards to both secret and public information, this doesn't line up at all. So for those of you thinking that that's positive information regarding whoever made that website being legit, it is not. Whether or not the information that they have on there is accurate or not, it remains to be seen. But the page itself is not official Nintendo stuff unless they're doing that alternate reality, I love skis type stuff again. That's the only way that I can see that being legitimate, is in that way. As far as official, this is Nintendo.com, it is not.
That would be hilarious if they did that, though.
Yeah, that would be like serious trolling, because they would literally trolling. They would be trolling like IT security experts at that point. They'll be like trolling people in SANS conferences and whatnot. But that they probably shouldn't do that because that would make them mad and they would hack their site. So
you're saying Kamiya probably had something to do with that?
That sounds like
level trolling.
That's something he would do.
Well, I guess the most important question is, when was this site put up? Because if you put it on April Fool's, then I definitely don't trust it.
It was put up about 14 days ago, from what I understand. The final publishing date of that site was 14 days ago, and it expires in 2016, which is another thing Nintendo doesn't do. So if they're gonna put it out there, they're not gonna have the domain there just for just a year.
Makes sense. Okay. Another one from Shadow Hero 43. Do you think Nintendo Directs will ever be broadcast on TV? No.
No.
That was
TV's
the
like the
whole
weakest
point.
thing ever right now.
And my thing is, the only way it even would, in a sense, is through Nintendo TV.
Yeah.
Other than that, Nintendo's not going to pay someone else for their marketing and for their information because they tried doing that. Well, they didn't pay them, but they tried doing things the regular way, and the information was always misconstrued, falsified, or their words were twisted. So now
Same thing that
Nintendo,
happens now.
and they said at E3, they save so much money on marketing and setup and stuff because they did everything themselves with their digital direct. So this is like no cost to them. Why would they want to change it from, oh, we're doing this on our own dime, so it basically costs nothing, to let's give this money to somebody else? They
Yeah.
would do that.
I mean, I don't see Ted Turner letting them on TNT, TBS.
And to
I
be
just don't see
honest,
that
who's
happening.
gonna watch Nintendo Directs on TV? Honestly, just
Nobody.
to be truthfully honest.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like, hey, Nintendo Direct on TV.
Like-
Wait, what? Why is there a freaking commercial about Apple?
It's gonna be commercial. Yeah, they're gonna interrupt with commercials and stuff. And
G4 Network,
you got
how's
your
it going?
hardcore Nintendo fans
Oh,
watching.
God.
What happened to the G4 Network? How's
dead.
Spike doing with this round the clock gaming material? How's that working?
Yeah.
yeah.
And ain't nobody about to stop what they're doing to watch a Nintendo Direct if they're not a hardcore fan of Nintendo, to watch a Nintendo Direct if they got some other show that's on or something like that. I just don't see that being a thing.
That's just like a TV station for people that do nothing but like play with computers all day. The vast majority of those people are cord cutters, so why would they watch something that they're not going to watch? If you get what I'm saying. If you're playing a video game most of the time, why would you want to watch TV about the video game where you could just press TV on the Wii remote and play the game?
Yeah, so I don't think it would be that, and the fact that most times it's done at different times. We don't know when we're getting them. Half the time we don't really know when we're getting them. We're told we may be told a few days in advance. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, usually last minute.
The most I've seen is about maybe 14 days.
Yeah.
That's about it. The only other thing we knew about way in advance was the E3 event. That was the only one we had advance notice on. But other than that, no. And even last year, the whole Mario Kart Direct was a complete surprise.
Yeah, because that was what they stealth did that. They did a stealth one. They've been known to do those, so I don't think it would ever go to TV just because of the simple fact that it's not a set in stone thing. It's usually a surprise when you get it anyway. So I just can't see. I can't see CBS, Fox, and NBC and ABC saying, "Hey, let's let Nintendo have a 30-minute direct or a 45-minute direct and sprinkle some of our commercials in the middle of it." Let's just
and on top of that, how much would they?
Nintendo Direct? And I don't see that happening.
And why would they? And as I said, really, why would you want to pay millions of dollars for that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You can just run it on your own system like they do right now. You go to the eShop or whatever and watch the Direct live, right there.
They're better off just paying for a commercial.
Yep. So, I mean, hey, I just don't. I don't think that'll ever happen. Okay, this one's from Mark and Andre Bilal. He says, "Hey guys, awesome Nintendo Direct we got. Very happy for Fatal Frame 5. After this reveal, do you believe a simultaneous release of Fatal Frame 4 and 5 similar to Bayonetta 1 and 2? That would be nice.
It would be nice, yeah.
They might actually do that. I don't think they will, but I want to believe that they are thinking that. I hope they are, because we didn't get to see Fatal Frame 4.
Yeah. What was the last? Didn't the last Fatal Frame come out was 2 on GameCube or something?
I'm not sure where that was.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure, so I'll probably have to look that up later.
It would be nice if they could just get all of the games and put them in a bundle, and then and let us be able to play them. And
no, coupon, cause that scalpers don't.
No.
The last thing I want is to see a Fatal Frame bundle by Nintendo where they give you all the other games for free or for $10, and it's a collector's edition. And as you know, they give
Okay, well,
Best
one.
put
way
it
it
like
could be
this.
They
solved.
give one
Best
to each
way.
Best
Well, hold on.
Buy.
Best way it could
We'll
be solved.
pre-order it.
This is the best way it could be solved. Nintendo actually makes more.
Yeah.
Done and done.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
It's all up to
it
them.
it would be nice if they did that though. It really would, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what they
I
plan on
hope they
doing.
do.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the reason why that Fatal Frame game came out in Japan when it came out was there was a Fatal Frame movie, live action movie.
Apparently.
Yeah, that came out. So they did it in conjunction with that, and I don't think that's coming over here. So I'm hoping that's the October release because, like we said, it's Halloween, so that would probably be perfect for it. But who knows? Who knows?
Put in your Smash ballot at the bottom after you make your Smash thing in parentheses. Fatal Frame. Bring over the other one too. There you go.
And that request will be completely ignored and deleted.
Whatever.
Fatal Frame
See enough
collection,
of
please.
Yeah,
right now,
bring the
respectfully
anthology.
recommend Fatal Frame.
Yeah, the
I'll
whole
say
game.
no.
the whole
Do
game.
your regular ballot. Do your regular ballot stuff. Everything normal. And at the bottom of the ballot, in parentheses, just write. Oh, and by the way, Fatal Frame. Bring over the other one and bundle it with Fatal Frame 5. There you go.
I can see that. Let's make it a movement. Pound Fatal Frame.
I say bring the entire Silent Hill series over for the Wii U gamepad. So and it'll be just like how Zombie U is when you go to open a door or something like that. You're unlocking the door on the gamepad, and whatever's chasing you is still coming after you. You can't pause the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool, but I can honestly say I have that game.
Shadow.
And sometimes that sucks.
Yeah,
Shadow,
but it builds
that
attention.
sounds fun, and we don't like fun.
Apparently not. We just press A to skip to the next cutscene.
And
Yeah,
we don't have
man.
a bunch of guns. We can't fun and gun it. So
And
I don't
man,
see.
I mean, but please, when the last time has permanent been popular? Because I can tell you, Zombie U will piss you off.
Oh yeah.
When you get so far in the game and you die, you gotta go back and find your backpack.
I'd have left that backpack there.
Permadeath.
Okay. Oh, looks like KD's question came back up. So let's see. He says, "Why gamers don't know the difference between sales and profits? When people say the Wii U is dead, when the Wii U makes more profits than PS4 and the Xbox One, and Chrono Trigger for JRPG since this 20-year anniversary." So I'm guessing he's asking why gamers don't know the difference between sales and profits.
Just don't care.
Because the media tells
no
them
one-
that sales are important.
If
Yeah.
you are if you like playing games and everything, who the frick cares about sales? You're not getting
Right.
that money. I'm
Yeah.
not getting that money unless you work for that company. So
Well, here's
if
the
you
thing.
go by sales, if you go by all that stuff instead of what you like, then you a scrub. All right? That's what I'm gonna say out right there.
If you go by sales, all you're playing is Destiny, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But
honestly,
the
I
two
hate
games you
to-
play more than anything are Mario Kart 8. Well, not Mario Kart 8. I would say Mario Kart Wii. That's the reigning champion.
Because, like, honestly, I'm sick
And
of
we
all
score.
the sales media charts, blah, 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 blah. I don't freaking care. Go play your freaking garbage, all right? Go play whatever the frick you want. Leave the sales to the people who actually are running these businesses. And have a nice
It's
day.
funny. They juggle the same excuses every time. Well, this game is selling blah 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 blah, and then you say we fit, and then they shut up. Well, the generation before that, it was about the highest attach ratio. 360 had the highest attach ratio. No, actually, we did, and so is Wii U right now. So nobody's talking about that right now. So
Of course
now,
not.
and
Can I say something about this?
Go ahead.
Like, seriously,
just go
like
ahead.
exactly what this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like gamers. This is why I can't stand the gaming community nowadays, because now all these people care about is sales, specs, features,
Numbers.
and in numbers and features. Yeah, they don't care about actual gameplay. That's the reason why people would basically praise the PS4, because it's the most powerful system. It's selling the most, and and it has pretty much all the features almost pretty much.
But you know
It pretty
what?
much has all the features.
But you know,
But what
I
features
got
and
some
how
more
watered
points.
down are they in comparison to actually doing it on a computer? That's the question.
But see, I got some more important numbers. Since people love numbers so much nowadays, how much money did Sony lose on the PS3? Um,
$8
last time
billion
I
dollars
checked,
between
I
that and
mean,
the 360.
and then how much money has Xbox even made any profit since its inception? Any?
No, because it was hidden in
Well,
between the games division.
And then
yeah.
another question: which one of these consoles is is currently sold at a profit, and the money, all that profit actually goes in their pockets, not to third parties?
The Wii U always was.
Well,
Even at the beginning when they
guys,
said it wasn't, if you bought a game, it was made a profit. So who
guys,
bought a
you're
Wii U and who
forgetting.
Eh,
bought games?
You're forgetting one very important thing, man. 20 million units is a game of the year, dude.
Dude,
Hold
dude,
on,
dude,
hold on, hold on, hold on,
hey,
no, no, no,
hey,
no, no. I disagree.
Along with
no,
4 gigs
I
of
got something to
RAM.
say about that.
8 gigs of RAM.
No. All I've seen are 20 million oversized Roku boxes that have been sold for Netflix. That's all I've seen.
Hey. The PS4 is actually kind of small, man.
With all seriousness,
It's
though,
smaller than the PS3.
with all seriousness though, you guys, like, if anybody who considers themselves a gamer, whatever the case, whatever you call yourselves, think back to the days when you were young and you played your games and we had our little arguments and our little conversations and whatnot. At the end of the day, what did we do after our argument was over? We went and played our games. So shut up about it. Just play your freaking games. Jesus. I don't
But see, that's the
understand.
problem. They're not going
Like,
back and playing their games now.
yeah, they're just
They're
talking
too busy.
numbers and
Hold on,
sales. Who
playing
cares?
They're letting the press tell them
Playing
what to
what
do.
games?
And that's another thing. Why would you let another man, another woman, another human being tell you what to do with your own freaking money? Explain that to me. All you people out there that are buying these games based off of somebody else's opinion or thoughts or whatever, you're making your decision based on that. If you see a game and you like it, and then someone else sees that same game and they say they don't like it, and you have a majority of people that don't like this game, all of a sudden you change your mind. That is
Coupon.
called sheep mentality. Get
Oh,
over it.
coupon. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with their logic too. I can name one game right now that reviewers liked, magazines and critics liked. It's praised, but guess what? It doesn't sell. Sunset Overdrive.
I
love
know.
that game.
And it is a
love
great
that
Here's
game.
one
game.
thing. So
It is a great game.
these same people that actually live their lives, through other people with their decisions, what they like. So all these sites like IGN, all these big YouTubers have agreed that yes, Sunset Overdrive is a great game. None of these dudes actually bought it.
Yeah.
None of
And,
them.
and
So
I don't
my thing
understand
is, who
why.
are they listening to? Because
I
at that point, when it comes to colorful and innovative games, they're not listening to them at that
well,
point.
the image thing at that point, it's a great game. It's wonderful. It's fun. It's colorful. But then at that point, you have a grown man who sees it for the image that it portrays, and it's like, well, I can't be seen playing a game with color and
But even then, they
personality.
don't have an
That's the
excuse
same
because the main
thing. That's the same
protagonist
thing
is
with Ori and the
female.
Blind Forest too.
I'm playing that right now, and that game is awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. That is a fun
Man,
game.
all these men that claim that the game
I'm
is too
hardcore
colorful.
gamer. You're a
If I look in
child.
your fridge and I see Kool-Aid, I'm whooping your ass.
First of all, if you gotta scream that you're a hardcore gamer, you're a child. Just stop. Just play your game.
That is really true.
Whatever you like, play it.
Half the people saying that don't have a significant other
Yeah,
anyway.
they're children. I get it. You're a
Yeah,
child. I'm a
I'm
grown
saying,
man. I know you're a child.
if you got a woman, there's gonna be some pastel going on in your house.
Oh, definitely. So
Here's the worst part about it. The damn game cases for the Xbox One and PS4 are very colorful.
right.
So you mean to tell me
Green and
you
blue.
can't play a colorful game, but you got a loud lime green game case?
I'm green.
Hey, man, I downloaded that stuff.
Hey, I'm sorry to say this, but I think this generation, the Wii U has the most. It's colorful, but the Wii U cases are actually not as loud as the other two.
No, it's the same color as like the old Blu-ray cases, whatever was
Yeah.
first blue or whatever. It's like a little bit lighter than that.
Yeah.
They ain't that bad actually.
Well, they got black in their cases too, so that's kind of buffers some of the brightness, I guess, is what they think. But it's
And,
Yeah, you gotta put that manly black in there.
confusion. I don't know.
and these same companies, I mean, look at the PS4 itself, got a loud ass blue neon light that cuts on.
Yeah.
Hey
I
man,
mean,
that
you
light
are
is to
you are
help
Now
me
you're just
find
being
my way to the
petty.
controller.
fishing.
Now you're just being petty.
Here's
I'm
my
just saying,
here's my
a
problem.
walkie. How the hell your
Can
controller
I
got ice
can I add
blue?
more onto this? Like for this whole features thing, is like I love how people say that the Wii U is so behind, quote unquote, so behind the times when it comes to the features. Which I'm not denying it is missing like some of the
Missing
standard
quite a
features
few,
like
yes.
cross gamepad.
Wait a minute. What is it
You know,
missing?
like
Voice chat.
they're saying the voice chat thing and the online notifications and all that stuff. But yet
Notifications are
really
there.
they don't.
So what's missing?
They don't make you
I
pay for
know.
stuff. They don't make you pay
No,
for
no,
the
Let me
No,
tell
technology.
you
no,
this
no, no,
though.
no, 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 no. I
The
agree with
Wii
you
U.
because your controller does blink when it's notification, and we do have the video
On
voice,
screen
which is not just,
notification then.
Yeah, on
which
screen
it's
If you're
notification.
not
playing
just voice.
Bayonetta, it shows up. So what are you
On
missing?
Bayonetta, but
Yeah,
does
on
it show up in
Bayonetta, just
other
not in the
games?
whole console
The
app.
whole console
All
itself.
right, this is what it means. Because yeah, the blinking light is cool and all, but
No, it's not.
what is it? That's just the only problem.
It's
Oh,
just
It,
but
it's
you find
just
out.
letting you know there's something going on, but you don't know what. A friend came
Okay,
yeah.
online.
how
Did
many?
you
Okay,
get a message?
I have a question. How many of us, when we were playing our Xbox 360s last gen, then when you were in the middle of a game and that big ass notification popped up, you weren't annoyed? Because I know after a while
Exactly.
I was.
I
I
don't
didn't
get.
like
I
that.
didn't get them because I didn't have friends.
Like I had plenty of friends. Just like there were times I would be playing said Call of Duty or whatever game I was playing, and that shit would pop up. I'm like, that's annoying.
Yep.
It's annoying. After a while, especially ones that have the extremely long names that are almost like a sentence.
But you
Like
gotta understand
Exactly,
that
but it would
Xbox
be
player that
great to
says
have it
their name
that's
is
optional.
Don't Steal My
subjective
Purse.
to an individual how annoying that is.
Yeah.
There might be
Yeah.
a few of you guys that find that annoying, and then the majority of them that don't. So you got to think of it that way. Like that's why they have the option of actually turning stuff like that off. Hopefully, I would soon, but
But
it's
it
subjective.
depends on the use case though. If the majority of the time it's for to find out if your friend is online or not, you find that same thing out from the blinking light. You hit the button and say boom, so and so is online. It's the same damn thing. You just have one more step. And it's not even that annoying because you pause the game the same way you do if you press the X button on the Xbox 360. It suspends everything and you find out what's going on.
Well,
It's
you know
not
how people are. They need extra. So put the freaking notification
I
on the
mean, it
screen so
wouldn't
you
be
can be
bad to
annoyed.
have options, honestly.
I'm
Let
just
me.
Like it would be nice
I'm
to
just
have the
annoyed
option to have it on the screen, but it's not necessary for me at least. Like I literally don't really want nobody post. I don't really want something posted on my screen
But you
every
know what
day telling me
though?
who's on. I don't
if
care.
I
But
wanted
But
my
it would be
but
nice
mom
to
to
have.
compared
be
to
a
the
cell
Xbox
phone,
One
it'll
and the
stay a cell phone.
PS4, to me it's not behind because didn't Xbox just get screenshots?
They just got
Exactly.
them
Something
now
something that we used been doing
And
at launch.
for
they
quite
also
Didn't
some
they
time.
also
didn't
just
about a
got
year ago
Amiibo's
they
game
got
community
support
too.
for hard drives, something we you did at launch. So who's really behind?
They have game communities too now.
It,
They
it,
added
it,
that in the same update.
Well,
So
the
now
Wii
you
U's
have a
behind.
community.
Obviously, they're going out of business, and the NX is coming next. So I mean, definitely.
Well, let me tell you this about the bottom line. The bottom line, like, I really don't think the Wii U isn't as behind as say the original Wii was, in comparison to the PS3 and the Xbox 360. The Wii U isn't really as behind in comparison to the PS4 and the Xbox One as like the Wii was back in the seventh generation, because not only it has like a lot of stuff that the PS4 and the Xbox One can do, like download games and all that stuff, but it even has like certain features that it actually got first, even before the PS4 and Xbox One got them as well, such as the quick start menu, you know, and the being able to download the games while the system is powered down.
Yeah,
So
my problem is this: is that half of these features were made up anyway, just for the system to sound more sophisticated than it really is. They had an extra year to do whatever it was they needed to do. They couldn't come up with anything. So in the background, they had the oh well, we have the second screen experience on this PlayStation app, or we have Xbox Smart Glass for insert phone here, and they saw that wasn't really taking off, so they left it alone. If you notice, that doesn't really show up on many of the games that are out right now. So,
but
and they try to come up with this whole, well, you could stream to Twitch, or you can system resume from your console. PS4 just was able to get it done right in this last update, and it still doesn't work well. The Xbox 360, the Xbox One works when it wants to. The game capture doesn't work on my console at all. It just started
Neither
working on
mine.
some other people's in the last update. And game capture just started working for my PS4 not too long ago. And even then, when it first started working, it only worked in 720p. It just now started working in 1080p on mine. So for these quote-unquote extra features, do they even really work? Do they even really work right? And how are you even trying to use that to compare against a system that wants to have it done right or not have it at all?
Yeah, because I can attest to that Xbox One, because mine, like Shadows, doesn't work. That upload thing does not work at all.
The last time it worked was the last podcast I did on one. That was the last time it worked, and that was over a year ago.
Yeah. So I can vouch for that. And on the PS4, I haven't even tried to do the upload, because the last time I tried to do it, it cut half the vid off, which I didn't understand.
Wow.
Mine worked, but I was playing Resogun, so I don't know what to say from that. I don't know if it depends on whether the game is demanding or not, but it worked just fine on Resogun at 1080p. So I don't know what to say about that. But at the same point in time, like if Twitch and all this other stuff is supposed to work just dandy because the hardware is so much more powerful, then why are we having issues?
We
I
should.
know one thing. My Elgato works flawlessly.
Yeah, but it just seems that dedicated hardware works just fine for that right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. To me, I think Google Hangouts works fairly well. I think Skype works fairly well.
Well, you know what?
I think any kind of game chat solution works fairly well. Actually, probably a little bit better than some of the consoles do. So
You know what? I actually made a mention about that in the post when someone was talking about Splatoon not having voice chat. And of course, they commented on it. Xbox 360's had it for years, and the PS4, the PS3. I said, look, let's be real. The voice chat quality on consoles sucks ass crack and ball sack.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not great at all. I'm sorry. I love. I hate Skype, but I would get on Skype. Damn it, I would get on Uvu before I get back on the console's voice chat because it's extremely limited. Yes, it's like a cell phone with a built-in camera. It's convenient, but it's not going to take the same pictures as a damn SLR professional. It may say 16 megapixels, but it doesn't mean it's going to have the same quality. So it's convenient.
Jay, and Zen just did a podcast for Killer Instinct, right? And I could tell when we got off Google Hangouts and we were talking on Xbox Live. I can instantly tell the difference. And it's not. I'll put it this way: it's not in the Xbox's advantage. Let's put it that way. So
and they've been having this for what, 10 years now? Over 10 years?
Since 2002.
Damn. And they still ain't perfected it yet.
I mean,
wow.
If you would think anybody would perfect it, would be Microsoft, because that's what they do.
But Nintendo got it right on Wii U with the voice chat, with voice and video conferencing.
Yep.
It works pretty damn well to me.
Now all they need to do is do it as a group thing.
Get it done too. They went to the people that made Google Hangouts or Video Hangouts to do the video thing. Granted, it's only client to client, but I've never had a problem. I've only used it maybe once or twice, but I've never had a problem.
And I hate to say this, but it's one thing the Wii U also does that the others don't do. It hasn't been implemented in too many games. But that F-Zero game on Nintendo Land, how it records you as you're playing the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool as hell. You get to see someone's face. So I can imagine when that gets implemented into other games, that's going to be a feature that no one else is going to be able to do.
It's in Wii Fit also. So when you do Wii Fit, like you can position the gamepad in a certain place. So while you're doing the exercise, it shows up on the screen.
It's also like that in Game of Wario.
Yeah, I forgot about that game too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff that can be used, but the way I just don't understand the notion of, oh, well, it doesn't have this and it doesn't have that, and I'm like, okay, so let's establish the standards then. If you're gonna say what one console doesn't have, let's talk about what all the other consoles don't have that Nintendo has. I mean, like, we can start talking about Xbox right now. When is Xbox going to get Bluetooth? That standard was established in 2000. Where's Bluetooth? We can start going down, but everybody wants to say, oh, well, that don't count. That don't count.
Yeah, you can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose what counts and what doesn't.
We can start talking about wireless standards. I mean, Wii U uses 5 gigahertz. Neither the PS4 nor the Xbox One use 5 gigahertz wireless.
And then the Xbox 360 when it came out, it didn't support Wi-Fi at the box.
Nope,
No,
not
it
out of the
didn't.
box.
You had to buy an
Until
adapter
like 2009.
But the Wii did, and the PS3 did
at launch.
at launch. No extra accessories needed.
And the Wii had newer Wi-Fi than even the PS3. PS3 was limited to 2.0, so you can only use certain headsets with it. The Wii didn't use headsets, but it used Bluetooth
Wii
2.1
Stick.
EDR for the Wii remotes. To the point where you could hook them up to your PC with Bluetooth 2.1 and it worked just fine. And you could sync it to your
Exposed.
phone too if you wanted to.
Exposed.
So I mean, when we start talking about technology and stuff like that, really go all the way in. Like, be fair across the board. You can't just say, oh, Nintendo doesn't do this, Nintendo doesn't do that, therefore it doesn't count. Blah 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 blah. Let's start counting the stuff that Microsoft don't do right. Let's start counting the stuff that Sony doesn't do right. Like, I mean, come on, man.
My thing is, you guys still have these controllers that can only be charged when plugged in direct to the console.
No, tell me why I gotta pay $400 for a joystick. Why can't I use X Arcade when it worked all last generation, the generation before that, and the generation before that? Tell me why there isn't an adapter for that yet. Oh,
Haptic
because Sony and
feedback.
Microsoft want a controller.
And let's not forget the elephant in the room, guys. I mean, we're talking about these new consoles that came out that they're all the best thing since sliced bread. But what happened to that backwards compatibility?
That's not
Wait
next
a
gen.
minute, what are you?
That's not next gen.
$60.
I mean, I'm sorry, but even the Xbox 360 for a while was backwards compatible. It still is only with certain games, but at least it is. And the PS3 can play PS1 games. If you got a fat, it can play PS2.
The PS4 and the Xbox One are backwards compatible. You just have to pay $60 per game for them.
Wow.
You gotta buy 'em
See,
again.
I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna hit them that hard.
Just saying, it's backwards compatible. You just gotta buy them again.
Actually, can I
It's actually the truth. It's
Can I add
actually
another
the
thing
truth.
too? It's like let me put something different. Let me put something different. Like you know how nowadays people would praise the GameCube like it's the greatest thing ever. That system was that system is so behind the times in comparison, and not just power, but in terms of features. Like the system didn't even have an actual online, as far as I remember. Even if it did, like very few games supported the very few GameCube games supported the online functionality. You know, like when the PS2 and the original Xbox are already starting having their online, via Xbox Live. You know, the GameCube has like the broadband adapter kind of thing, and the only games I know that supported it is like the Fantasy Star game, and let's see, Mario Kart, Double Dash, and Kirby's Air Ride. That's about it. You know.
Yeah, but that was way 6th gen. So a lot of even Xbox Live wasn't that perfect. It wasn't that great. It wasn't as great as people were chalking it up to be. The only reason why they were chalking it up like that was because of Halo 2.
Yeah,
Notice I said Halo 2.
that and TeamSpeak at the time was really choppy,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were having issues with that, and you kind of needed a beefy PC at the time to run it. So people were like, "Oh my God, you could talk to people and you could mash your voice," even though that sounded like ass. You could, you could theoretically do what was deemed impossible on the console back then. So
Yeah, so that's where that was at. But oh man, looks like we have come to the end of our episode for the evening. Sorry we started late, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got back on track. We will be having another episode next Sunday, not Saturday. What am I talking about? Next Sunday. So don't forget to come check us out. We'll go through our wrap ups and then we'll let everybody get out of here. So Shadow.
Once again, this is Road Ninja K9 Descent. This is Shadow Fox, the real Shadow Fox, Shadow Fox Prime, Shadow Fox Infinite, Shadow Fox from insert forum board here. And as I always say, Microsoft or Nifaloff, who do you want to do today? Or do you play games to have fun or to impress other people?
All right,
You sound like that guy at the end of commercials when they recommend like medicine, then they tell you all the side effects and real fast. It's like,
Yes. If I
Yes.
kill you, you'll be healed.
That's basically how that goes. Reed, why don't you give your sign off, man?
Vote Shantae for Smash. That is all.
We got a Shantae for Smash. Go do it. Mega Man.
Exposed.
All right, it's been good. Once again, screw Mario. And yeah,
Screw you.
hopefully you guys liked it. It's been great. See you guys in the flip side. Bye bye.
And Coupon.
Well, it's been entertaining for the most part. I agree with the Shantae for Smash, but if you're gonna do that, vote Vector Man for Smash.
hey,
And
you
I'm
took mine, damn it.
And Professor Layton.
And Groose.
or Phoenix Wright.
The Legend of Groose continues.
Hmm.
All right, Gilligan.
All right, this is Gilligan Stash here, and yeah, once again, no matter what Nintendo does, whether it's right or wrong, they're still doomed, you know. So yeah, but I don't care because they're still giving out great games. And I will say one more thing: if the Wii U is dead, the Wii U pretty much has died with a lot more great quality games than the PS4 and the Xbox One combined.
Oh, let's not start that again.
Please don't start. let's not go there. Once again, people, the thoughts and views of. Oh boy, we're gonna catch flack for this one. All right, Dr. Feelgood.
Hey, what's up, guys? You know who it is, the guy with the smooth moves and nice tunes, always in a gaming mood. And before I complete this little sign off, vote Earthworm Jim and Booger Man for Smash.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, if you're a classic gamer and you play those games, you know why I want Booger Man and why I want Earthworm Jim, okay? I want to see him go against Samus. Power Suit
Yeah.
versus Power Suit.
No Joe and Mac?
Hey, well, I did. I also thought about Gex and Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh,
Seriously.
I'll go there. I'll say Dino Nikki. Don't have me going old school.
Okay, Radical Rex and Bunk.
Okay, good. Got you.
All right.
Anyway.
But as I always say, man, keep it gaming.
Y'all gonna kill me with some of these Smash characters, man.
Okay, dude, what's wrong? Okay, what's wrong with Booger Man?
Nothing's wrong. I'm just saying it's just funny because I hadn't heard that name in a long time, and I remember that game. So,
Remember when you used to get that Red Hot Chili Pepper? He could fly.
yep. So, all right, people. Like I said, we will see you guys next Sunday. And until then, have fun, play your games, and peace.
Vote my Shadow for Smash.